everybody, it's that time again. Friday, time for me to have a beer, to wet me whistle, to oil me neck, to quench me thirst. And this week, it's the Franziskaner Weiss beer that I was planning for last week. Produce of Germany, 5% by volume, 500ml bottle. And on the cap we have a rather jolly looking Franciscan. As you would imagine from the name. Bit of a lively one, this one. Ooh. I'll just leave that there to settle for a minute. See if we can find any English on the label. Very little English on the label, to be honest. Now, given that that's a 500ml bottle, and that's a pint glass, and there's a bit left, I think we have to conclude I've made a bollocks of it. It smells nice. It does have that citrusy coriander type smell that you get with wheat beer. It's very, very cloudy. Round here we'd say it looks like sludge. Oh, now that is nice. It's got that characteristic wheat beer, bright and spicy flavour. But it has got a hoppy undertone as well. And it's very, very smooth. Oh yes. I can definitely see why this is one of the big sellers. Give it a go. Franziskaner. Very nice on a Friday. So, to business. Box 6 of my collection takes us from the world of German beer to the world of French knives. Ain't that a cheesy link? Okay, so here we have box 6, the French knives, and as you might imagine, there's a good showing of Opinels. Probably a bit biased towards the Opinels at the moment, but there are plans underway to redress that balance in the future. So we'll start with this little diddy one, which is, I can't even read that. How rubbish is that? It's a number 3. So, usual Opinel shape, beech handle, and being a very small one, there's no locking collar. Very nice. Then here, number 4. Same thing again. On this one we've got enough room on the blade to stamp it inox stainless steel, but no locking collar. Then over here, another number 4, but this one on a keychain. And this is a factory thing, I didn't add this. Again, inox for stainless. Next one up, you may have seen this in a recent video. This is my number 6. This is a very old one, and this is a carbon steel blade. You may be able to see the edges a bit wavy because it's been sharpened that much, showing signs of its age, but still a very good knife. And now we have the locking collar on the number 6 there. Next to that is my number 10, and now this is a good sized knife. This, a lot of people favour the number 8, but I like the number 10. It's a good chunky size. This is another carbon steel, and on this one, as the edge has gone wavy over time with sharpening it on different things, I did end up taking it to a stone and putting a new straight edge along there, which is why there's a little step at the end, taken off perhaps 2mm to give a new edge. Nice sturdy locking collar. This is quite an old one because this dates back to before the locking collar had a taper on the inside edge to allow you to lock the knife closed. This one will only lock open like that. Just give the edge a go. Ooh. It's not bad. It's not as sharp as it has been. Might have to have a look at that. But as you can see, it's a good sized knife. Then we've got another number 10, but this is the slimline. And this is a stainless steel blade. And with a slimline, rather than the standard open L blade shape, you get more of a filleting blade shape and a graceful curve and taper on the handle, but still quite a long blade, must be a good 4 inches. And this one is more modern, so this one does have the locking collar that will lock the blade closed like that. And now we get to things a little more unusual, perhaps a little more interesting. Claude Dozon friction folder. This was advertised as being olive wood handle, but it's quite clearly juniper. You can tell from the colour, you can tell from the grain, and you can tell from the classic black peppery smell that juniper has. Nice decorative touch on the tang, little twirly tail. Couple of minor quality issues, the little blowouts on the wood there where the pivot hole was drilled. But it wasn't an expensive knife. It was, I think, £20 or £22. So it's a lot cheaper than most knives from this company. Fumbled that, didn't I? Let's have another go. Ah, no, it's a bit stiff for that. But we've got a nice long, elegant spear point. And a long nail nick there that actually goes right through the blade. And a forward choil there for safety. So that is a lovely, elegant friction folder. And I do like juniper as a handle material, it's one of my favourites. Leading us into my first laguiole, also with juniper. This is a Fontenille Pateau. Slip joint, nice big 4-inch blade or thereabouts. Traditional laguiole pattern. Guillochage, file work on the back. The bee or the fly on the back. Blade steel on this one is RWL 34, which I really do like. You may be able to pick up some scratching on the blade, and I don't know if the edge itself will come over on camera, but I have used this quite a bit when it was new and touched up the edge. And I think RWL 34 takes a lovely edge. Look at that. Nothing wrong with that at all. So there we have a very elegant traditional laguiole. And last but by no means least, another laguiole. This one is from Artisan Coutelier, made by Renaud Aubry. This one has white bone handle scales. Gone for a slightly more modern pattern for the guillochage on the back. And the scallop shell rather than the bee as the head of the back spring on this one. Blade steel, you may be able to see there, is 12C27 from Sandvik. Another steel that I like a lot. Some people think 12C27 is quite an ordinary basic steel, but as an everyday steel for pocket knives, it's brilliant. It takes a good edge, polishes up well, easy to sharpen, and it doesn't put the price of your knife up too much. Oh, hang on. There we go. Lovely. And I would imagine most of you will agree that the 2 stars of this box are my 2 laguioles. The Fontenille Pateau and the Renaud Aubry. So there we go. That's box 6. My box of French knives. Hope you found that interesting. And thanks for watching.